game so far is Demetrius Young. 11 games of double-digit points at his career high of 22 against Cal State Fullerton, and he is just pulling the trigger at will from outside.
This is what they've been looking for from Demetrius Young. They want him to become more of a scorer. He's been running the point for them, but they want him to be aggressive with his shooting. And he has been tonight. How about the range? Way outside the arc. That's an NBA three right there.
Outside of 20 feet on that shot. One of those 9 newcomers we mentioned, a junior transfer from Northern Oklahoma College.
He is very quick, takes care of the ball so well, and excellent on defense also.
Gets the steal, and he wants to run. Wanted it again, but it'll be Edwards this time. And McKennis drives all the way to the bucket and throws it in. First 2 points for Wendell McKennis. He's had himself an up and down roller coaster of a season as well.
Well, and he recognized that Pacific was out of sync defensively. Everybody had their backs to him. No one realizing he had the ball.
It's a 6-point lead for Pacific with 4 minutes to play in the first half. You would have thought coming into this game at this pace it would favor the Aggies, but they find themselves trailing by 6. And due part to this guy, Demetrius Young, no three this time. But an offensive rebound and a second chance opportunity. Young secures the ball. Evelyn tries a three. Off the back and back inside, a third chance opportunity, and it's Michael Nunnally.
Finally for Pacific, some second and third opportunities. New Mexico State was going for the steal, not the box out.
LaRoche inside. And Hamidou Rahman has his 6th point of the game.
That has worked very well. New Mexico State's done an excellent job breaking down the man-to-man defense from Pacific. Penetrate in, kick it in.
Another turnover for Pacific, their 4th of the game. Quick trigger three from Gibson off the mark. Long rebound to Castillo. And LaRoche will reset. One of the 3 guards in the starting lineup for New Mexico State. 6'1" sophomore out of Montreal. Lob inside. Tough shot falls for Hamidou Rahman. He leads the Aggies right now with 8 points, all from the paint.
Boy, he's got great hands. He was not even close to being ready for that pass to be made.
Terrell Smith pulls up short, and the Aggies will move in transition down by 4. McKennis working in the low post. Goes to the dribble and a drive, and the foul will be on the floor. Aggies with possession when we come back, trailing by 4 points.
Your home for
Iowa, to me, really stands out. Part of the Missouri Valley Conference. I think they're a team that's been kind of hidden. They could be a big spoiler, I think, come tournament time.
Last year was the first time since the first year of the televised Bracket Busters in 2003 that we didn't have one of these Bracket Buster teams advance to at least the Sweet 16. You'd have to believe, I guess, that Northern Iowa and Butler would have the best shot this year. And a 3-point opportunity coming up for Pacific. Pat Evelyn underneath.
And that's one of the first plays we've seen in a long time from Pacific, attacking inside, attacking the zone down low. What a pretty pass. Just hovering a bit. Evelyn was behind the D on the baseline. It was a beautiful look inside from Sam Willard to find him.
Pump fake, such a strong tool at the college level. And an offensive rebound, very uncharacteristic of this New Mexico State team. .130 remaining in the first half. Demetrius Young leads all scorers with 14 and 7 seconds to shoot. Joe Ford trapped with 3. It'll have to be Evelyn. Right back the other way goes Jamar Young.
Tough play and just attacks immediately.
Tigers break the trap. Newville can't get the reverse. Under a minute to go. New Mexico State down by 4, can't get it to 2, missed layup, and a strong rebound by Evelyn. Newville wants to push, bounce pass inside for Willard.
Sam Willard running the court. He was down for transition D, got all the way back down for the layup.
About a 2.5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The Aggies have 15 to shoot. Jamar Young with a tough floater. Back-to-back buckets for the 6'5" junior. Clock continues to run. 8 seconds remaining. Tigers will get the last shot. Newville with 2. Skies up off the glass, can't get it. And that will take us to halftime. And a strong first half for the Pacific Tigers in this ESPN Bracket Busters matchup. That's the end of the first half. The score 33-29. Now let's go to Lowell Galindo and Drew Barry with the Sports Center U halftime report. Points in the paint has been an issue for New Mexico State.
It has, and Pacific tried to catch up in that category late, but it was all New Mexico State inside the majority of this game. And early on, they went to this guy, number 32. That was Rahman. He's 4 of 5, finished with 8. And then McKinnis saw nobody's going to step over to pick him up. He goes in and finishes strong.
On the other side, it's been Demetrius Young, who has been launching it from all over, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first half.
He's recognizing the D, that time way outside. Nobody going to step out there on him, and he takes it. He has connected 4 threes, got 14 points in this one, only averages 9 points per game.
And Jamar Young for New Mexico State came in the leading scorer for the Aggies at over 20 points per game, and he has been held in check.
You're right. The defense from Pacific's causing him some problems. Just 2 of 6 from the field. Pacific has continued to go man-to-man the entire game, and now New Mexico State in the maroon. They will play zone defense. They like a 1-2-2 zone. They will trap and pressure any opportunity.
Pacific with first possession, and Michael Nunnally too strong. And we'll see what New Mexico State can do in their first trip in the second half, trying to cut into this 4-point deficit. Tough shot for Jonathan Gibson, hangs and bangs it. He is the leading scorer for the Aggies now with 9.
After the make, the Aggies go into that full court press.
Both teams coming in this non-conference matchup, second in their respective conferences. Pacific behind UC Santa Barbara in the Big West, and New Mexico State second behind Utah State in the WAC. Sam Willard continues his strong scoring on the inside. He's now in double figures with 10.
And that's what Pacific needs to do. They're going to break down the zone. They've got to start looking inside a little bit more.
No shot. Foul on the floor, and we mentioned the 2 teams coming in second place, and both teams having to most likely win their conference tournaments to have a very good chance of making some noise if they do indeed get there.
Oh yeah, these are both teams that have been there at times, and it's a matter of a game or two. And for New Mexico State, they still have to play Utah State again in that top spot. They will play Idaho, and they said this is actually a great practice game for them in that regard, because the style of Pacific's is very similar to Utah State's and Idaho's.
We have a good one here to wrap up our Bracket Buster Saturday, but one more coming up at 11:59 Eastern on ESPN2. We mentioned Utah State. They will be hosting Wichita State. Another turnover for Pacific. That's 7. They only average about 11. Gibson drives. No. Young to Willard. No.